Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today's daily, which is September 10th. It is tents and trees, as we can see. Let's get our free coins and let's get into this thing. So let's see what these guys are. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do another warm like did last time. Doing the little guys here, and then we'll get moving here. So let's get through these now. What do we got going on here? And wow, brain's already not working. That guy here has to be in. There we go. Now you have to be in. You and you and you and you and you. There we go. Good. Oof. Took a little too long to get that one started, didn't it? But how's everyone doing this morning? It's morning here. I know a lot of people, it won't be morning where they're viewing this, but for me it is. So I actually just got back from a doctor's appointment. So everything went well, which is good. It was a checkup. And after the doctor's appointment, I decided to go to a local bakery and pick up a nice cappuccino and an everything croissant is what it's called. And, well, I'm trying to stuff it in my face, but I'm not going to eat it while I'm on camera, but it's absolutely amazing. It's a croissant with the everything bagel flavorings on top of it, and it's stuffed with like a whipped cream cheese. It is so damn delicious. Anyway, apologies if you guys are now starving, because it is so good looking. I just had to stop. Anyway, these guys go here, you go here, you go here and here. That's going to remove you, and if you put these two in, put you guys and you guys, that's going to finish you and you and you. But I didn't eat anything this morning before the doctor's appointment. That's why I'm starving and talking about it. So let's get all these guys out of the way. Let's put all these down. And then we'll take a good old look at this thing. You have to go here, you here, which forces you and you. These two have to be in. The one is done. The two has to be done. That one is done. The two is done. One of those is, but we know that one's here, so this one's here and here, which forces you and you. And kind of nice thing, what I was trying to say before the commercial interrupted me was that when you get a cup of coffee from this place, they give you a little fresh baked shortbread cookie to go with it. Oh, it's so tasty. I love shortbread too. And I've never been there before, so this is the first time I've actually gotten it and didn't realize that they did that. And now I want to go back many times to get more because they are just so good. Anyway, one of those two is in. One of these two has to be in. Yeah, so you here have to be in, which finishes you. That means, like I said, one of these two has to be in, so this one's out. So that puts these guys in and finishes these off. Now, this 3 we can finish. That didn't get any of those, but one of these two has to be in. This one also can't be in because of the 2 there, or the 3 here, excuse me. This guy here just has to be in, so you have to be. You're in a corner. 2 is done, 2 is done. That's going to push you in. Now, this 1 has to be done. These are done. This is done. You are done. So both of these are in. That's going to finish that, and we'll put that there to finish. Perfect. One more of these guys, and then we can move on to some of the bigger packs. Let's see. Get rid of all these guys. Let's look at this 4. We can put these guys in here. No one of those 2 is going to be in. This guy is always out. What about this 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can get rid of these guys because they remove multiple options. We can also get rid of this guy because he would be removing too many options. Now we know one of these has to be in, and it can only be one of these 2 because there's no other way that this guy here could possibly. Yeah, because we'd remove this one and this one because they removed too many of the 4 options. Okay, so one of these 2, which means this tree has to go down here, which then sets these guys off and finishes the 1. Again, we can also say one of these is in, so none of these are. That means you, and you are all in, which also forces you 2. And we can finish these guys off. And you, and you. That'll finish you. You go here, you and you finish off. That should finish the 2, and the 4 will go right there. Very nice. All right, good. So there's our little warm-up. Let's get into some of the bigger packs now. Now here's a 50. Do we want to do that one first? Let's start with actually the smaller one, and then we'll work our way up to the larger. Let's do this one, which is the less clue 8x8 and 11x11. Let's think about this 3. There's only 4 options, so anything that removes multiple options has to go. What about this 3? We can do the same there at least. What about any of these other guys? Well, let's get rid of some of this other stuff that's an obvious no-go. Okay, one of these two has to be in, so you're out. Only one of these two can be in, so this one has to be in. That doesn't quite resolve these guys. There's probably something in one of the other ones where it removes too many options. Let's see if we can find something like that, or we can just get rid of these two first off. One of those. Okay, we're gonna have to find something that has a negative effect on these guys. Like you can't be in because you removed two of these, therefore there will be two left over. So that puts the one in there. There we go. Now we can put the 3 in and get rid of some of these other options. You and you. Now you guys are done. You have to go there. You go here. So you, and you all have to be in. This guy has to be done here. That's going to finish that and put this all into motion. And this guy has to have one left. Sorry, I was finishing my shortbread cookie. I thought I had enough time in the ad to chew on it, but I didn't. Let's get rid of all these out of here. Let's look at this 4, because one of these two, this one of those, and one of those, so these are all kind of set. Then we can get rid of anything that removes either of those both options, which means this is out and you're in. This 4 actually is good too, because only these can be in. So that takes on all of those. You are out. 2, 3. Let's get rid of all this other stuff first, and then we'll take another quick look at what's going on here. Yeah, this 4 is good to go, at least for the majority of it. That's going to push the 1 and then finish the 4. This 4 is one of these two. We know it's this one, so this has to go. These other guys, you have to be in. This 3 says all of these are in, which gets rid of all those. Now we know you are you, you are you, and you are you. You are, not you, you are out. So these two are good. That means we said that was that, that was that, and that. So this one's out and this one's in. Good. This 2 is done. And we have to get one of those two, so that's out. We've got this guy is in to finish that 2, which finishes the 3, which finishes the 2, which finishes the rest of it. Good, that one's done. Now let's go back to, well, actually, let's just keep on with it. We got a 12 by 12, so we're ramping up the sizes now. Let's actually look at this 5 first. Yep, we can just put these 3 in. Then we can get rid of a bunch of options and anything that removes multiples there, because we know one of these and one of these is going to be in. This guy is here, so this guy has to be in. You're out. These guys are all out just by base tents and trees. I almost said Sudoku there. Why was this guy clicked? Oh yeah, because there's a nothingness there. Let's put these guys in, and let's go back to some of these other 4s and what have yous once we clean up what can and can't be. You and you can't be in. That forces you in. This 4 is also good to go, so these are all out. You can't be in and you can't be in. Now we don't know which one of these two needs to be in yet. Let's get rid of some of this other stuff. And we should be far enough down. Yeah, we can do this 3 right here. So let's get rid of all these. That one as well. This is out. Doesn't quite tell us what those are. The 1 is still waiting for finalization. This 4, though, now is further reduced, so we can go a little bit more with it. All of these are out. Now we have 5 of these guys. We've got 4 tents, so it just means that one of these 2 is in, so that's not super helpful. But let's go back to the 4 here. And the 1 is now done, so that gives us a couple more. And it doesn't really say much about this 2 yet. Again, we know one of these 2 and one of these 2. Actually, that's good, because if we know that one of these 2 and one of these 2 is in, it means it's a catty corner type of situation, and this one is out. We also know this one's out because it removed both options for here. That's going to set all of this in motion. Good. Now what do we have? You are there. You're one of those. This 3. Don't think we have that one just yet. This 3, not necessarily. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we can remove this guy as an option because of the limitations on that 3. That's a little something. Again, we know one of these two is in. All right, where's this next one? 4 is done, 4 is done, 1 is done, 3 is done. 2 needs one more, which you can't determine just yet. The one, oh, that one got rid of the other one. So there we go. We just had to come back to it. That's going to give us a bunch of corners, which we then place this guy, which is going to place these guys. And then that'll set off all these other guys. And we need another 3, so that guy goes in, you go in, and you go in. Good. All right, that's half of that pack. Let's start on this 5 going this way. It looks like it's fairly reduced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I guess we can get rid of the mids there. So that's something. Did that give us anything as a given? Corner there. Corner. This 6 also. Let's do the 6 first. Didn't see the 6 down here because I saw all these 5s up here, but 2, 4, 6. So these are just done. Put all those in. Not you. Oh yeah, you are out too, sorry. That means you... Let's get rid of some of this other stuff, and then we can maybe focus in on these other 5s, because I didn't go on these verticals yet. So let's see what we can do with those once we get this board a little bit cleaner. All right, let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can get rid of anything with doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the better 5 to look at because all of these are in. So these go away. Then we need to try to focus on these guys. Yep, these are all out, which pushes you, 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 and you. That 1 is done, so let's get rid of all those. This guy can't be in because I've removed both of those, so these are in. This one has to be in. You are you and you, so these guys have to go in this way. You have to be here, you have to be here. That 5 is done. What else did we learn down here? Anything else? We probably have some work we can do with these guys, but let's try to find something a little easier first off. We still have some cleaning up to do over here, apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So anything that's double goes away. And this one also goes away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're still there. Okay. So we might have to dive into these. Oh, no, we got this 4 right here. These 2 have to be in. So that's going to give us a little more leeway. And from there, did that make any more reductions? These 2 can't be in because of the 3, which means this and this are in, which finishes the 3. That's something. Now this 1 has to be done. And you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, let's work on these guys now. Let's kind of go through them all. You, 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 you. We don't know which one you go to. You go here. We can't work those. Well, I can't work it out because this 4 doesn't work. It's done. Okay, let's go from the other side. You have to go here. 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 So you have to be in. There it is. Now this 5 is done. That means you, and you. So that's finishing the 4 and it's putting you in. So we can put all of these guys in. And that one. And then we should be able to work these last couple out. And we can. Alrighty. Doing good on time here. So let's see what's next. I'm going to save this no-mo. There's a 7x7 here. This one is a little bit bigger. I saw it earlier, so I didn't do this. Let's do this one first. It's the largest of all of them, the 15x15, 16x60. Then we'll do the no-mo. All right, let's strategically think. Oh, this 4 has a ton that we can get rid of here. 1, 2, 3. Surprisingly, it doesn't actually completely work out. But that's okay. Let's see if one of the 5s we have. 1, 2. No, not you. Let's get rid of these guys for a second. 6. Again, we can remove anything that removes doubles. What about this 5? Again, we can remove anything that shows the doubles. Okay, let's do some cleanup, because this guy looks like he's going to require a little bit more of a reduction here to get ourselves moving in the right direction. So, gotta do what you gotta do, right? So let's do it. These guys are all out. Just makes it a heck of a lot easier to see what you're doing. Now, is that, well, there's a corner, so that guy's out. Is that all of what we have? This guy here can't be in as well because it removed too many options. You, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're still at 5 there. Oh, this 2 has now been cleared up. There we go. That's going to get the 2, and it's going to tell us the 4 as well. Because these guys have to be in. Now, it doesn't finalize the 4, but it gets us going in the right direction. The 3 now, we can say these guys are out, which then correlates back to the 4, which means all of these are in, which comes back to the 3 and tells us those are in. Now, let's see what we can do up here. That's that. We don't know. One of those 2 is in, but then the 2 now is also done, so let's do that. The 4 now is done. It just looks like we're going to kind of cascade across this guy at the moment, which works for me. Now, this guy here has to be in, which forces you. You have to be in, which forces you and you. That finishes the 2. This 2 is done. The 1 and the 1 are both done. This 5 now has to be done. You have to be in, not you. You're out. Good. Now this 5 is done. So it looks like we're switching now to going high to low. Now we don't necessarily have to do that, but that's kind of the path I'm taking. So this guy here has to be in. You have to be. That finishes this 2 and this 2. This 4 has to finish. This 3 has one of these 2. We don't know which one it is just yet, but this 3 here is done, which means this 3 is done. And one of those 2 will be the final there. Okay. That 3, not yet. That one, not yet. That one, not yet. Let's go back across. 3, 4, 5. Got 2 of those left over. One of those. Okay, we can do a little bit of work here. So we can get rid of this guy because if we remove all 3 of these options, now we can finish this 3. Good. Now we can finish the 4 and the 1 and this 3, which finishes this 2, which gives us this guy and this guy and this guy. Now we can put the last one in right there. Alrighty. One more in this pack and then we'll do our no-mo. And I think that'll probably get us to the good ending point. I know we haven't done any of the classic packs in a couple of weeks for this guy, but we've been having some good puzzles here, so it's kind of just kind of worked out that way, if you will. All right, let's start looking instead of just randomly clicking stuff. Let's start looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, this 5 is going to get us going pretty good here because I'm going to get rid of a ton of options. That's going to tell us the 1 yet again. Finishes the 5. Now, does that tell us what this 4 is doing just yet? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's way too many options there. Do we have anything else? What about the 5 going this way? 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can get rid of some of the multiples there, which actually does give us one right here, which should set off a little bit of a torrent of these guys being in. 1. Now we can go even back to the 5 because only one of these can be in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gets rid of these guys. This 2 now says this guy can't be in. You could never be in anyway, so you are in. Okay, there's no correlation back up top yet, but this 1 here is done, so that's got to give us something. Yep, we can get it into there. That's a corner. This guy here has to be done, so you do, and you do. Hoodoo da voodoo. This guy is a corner, so he's out. All of these guys are out. And we should have a lot of clearance now that we can start to pick apart this guy. You. This 4 says we can get rid of you. And maybe there's something vertically. I haven't looked vertically at all just yet. Yeah, the 4 here gets rid of all of these options. The 1 and the 1 I thought might come into play, but not quite yet. What else? Do we have anything else that we can just get rid of? I don't think we do. I think we've cleaned that up enough at the moment. 6, not that 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that 4. Not the 3. Not that 3. What about this 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy's out. And we can't, use your words. These two can't be in because they would remove the possibility of both of these being in, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, well, no, it's not true. We could still have 4 there. My bad. Stop the script. This guy's out because it's a corner. That's the better way to start thinking about this. Now that still doesn't quite get us there, does it? Okay, so went down a line that didn't quite work, but this 3 now is good to go. So maybe that'll open things up for us. 2, 3, one of those 2. This guy here has to be in for this 4, and one of these 2 will be in. The 2 now only has 2 more options for the last one, so one of those is in. This is a corner, so that's out, and this is in. That 3 is done, which pushes you and you. Good. Do we have anything else down here we can do at the moment? That's the, oh, this 3 here and this 1 and 1 are all done, so let's jump back up to here. You are out because of this 3. This guy here just has to be in for this 3. We know one of those and one of those has to be in. This one can't be in, so this one is. Now, we don't know which one this goes to. We know that guy's there, but this could be either one of those 2, so that's not going to get us quite there. Do we get anything else going this way now? 2, 3, one of those. These 2 can't be in because they would remove too many options on the 4. Actually, on the 3, and we know which one it is because only one of these 2 can be in, so this is in, which pushes this 1, which finishes that guy. And then these 2 we can put in. Good. Now does that clear up enough of this other stuff to work with? Not necessarily. 2, 3, 1, 2, one of those, 1 of those, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the 5 here will get us going again. At least a little bit. That finishes this guy, which pushes you and you. There we go. Still don't have this guy worked out. We're probably getting close. Now this 4 here is done. That's going to tell us a couple of things, because it's going to get rid of all you. This is out. This 3 needs you and you, so that did finalize this 5. Good. And let's see how these guys work together. We need this guy to be the 3rd. We need you to be the 3rd, you to be the 4th. Now this guy's in, it's going to finish the 5. One of those 2 is in. 3, 4, one of those 2. This 2 is what's going to separate those. So that pushes these guys in. All right, let's do the no-mo. And that should be the end of 2 days. Let's get going to the next one. So it's a 7x7 and a 7x7. So we should be able to get through these ones. Let's get on it. All right, so this 0 immediately tells me that this guy goes here, which immediately tells me that you go here, and you here. Put those in. Now this 1 is completely done, so this guy has to go here. One of these 2 will be in, and one of these 2 will be in. So if one of these, no, yeah, this one can't be in, right? Because it would force this one to, well, it would mean that this tree, or this tree has no tent to it. So these guys are both out. These guys would be both out. This guy's broken. So this one's in, which means this one's in. That finishes the 3 as well. And these 2 have to be in. Good. All right. Uno mas. Let's see if we can do it. This 3 spot says you, and you all have to be in. The 2 now has to just go here. The 1 and the 1, do we get anything off of those just yet? I don't think so. What about these guys? Because one of these 2 has to be in to finish this 2. I don't know if that does much for us. We don't know which one of these goes in for the 1. 2 of these have to be in, so it means this one and this one are both out. So that's semi-good for this guy because it means one of these 2 is in, right? Because we know 2 of these are in. We can't put anything that removes multiple options. So these 2 are both out. That then correlates to the 1 where it says this one can't be in, so one of these 2 has to be in. Now, if one of these 2 has to be in, this one can't be in, so one of these 2 has to be in. Does that give us anything though? Because I think we're still just looking at the same groupings where we have to figure out something else here. All right, what about this 2? Okay, we can do this as 2. I never looked over here yet. Because these 2 are both out now, we know one of these 2 and this one. So this one has to be in. Now, if this one's in, we don't know which one of these it goes to though, but we do know one of these 2 is in. If that's the case, this one, not this one. I thought we had this. No, doesn't quite work. I was going to say we know one of these 2 would be in and this one isn't, but that's not the case. But I guess we just know that in general, one of these 2 has to be in for this one, because these 2 are out and these 2 are out. So if one of those 2 has to be in, this one can't be in. And that one can't be in. So this one just has to be in, which then pushes this back to being in. Good. Now that's there, that's there, that's there, that's there. Okay, so now this one here, so that's out. Oh, no, it's one of these 2. Again, I thought I saw where it had to be, but I don't think I do. What about this 2 to finish it? Because you can't be in, you can't be in. So one of these 2 is. It's not this one, because there's no tree next to it. So this one's in. That means this 2 has to finish here. The 1 is done. These 2 have to correlate. There you go. We got there in the end. Good. That'll do it. That's just under a half hour, so that's good timing. We got all of our packs done. We did a lot of talking. We did a little bit of eating. I haven't been able to touch my croissant here because I didn't want to get poppy seeds all in my teeth while I was doing this video. So anyway, that's the end of this one. I hope you all enjoyed it. That was, again, September 10th, 2025, and that was Tents and Trees. Again, hope you all enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.